It's amazing.
Abiru is here with me.
Wow, nice to see you guys. Great. You see, there's something you guys are doing. You know, when you put something that is outstanding, it's just amazing. All from the selection of everything just come out perfect. Just making African. I love what you do. Just keep doing the good thing. Okay, quick. They want to know who.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Fashion designer at Discover right school and decided serious. It was that was anything on ground. When you asked me earlier on, like, what was the reason behind me going to fashion? Humorously said it was hunger. You know, in this part of the hunger can make you do everything, whether positive or negative. You have a lot of people today going to negative vices because of hunger. So my hunger pushed me into fashion designing. I'm glad that I took that challenge up 20 years ago. And today, I mean, God has blessed us and God has inspired us on a daily basis. We keep pushing. And Seyi Vodi is just like any other person that has just decided through fashion to impact his world. Thank you.
That is really, really amazing. The other thing I want to ask, I'm trying to see how will you say your academic background played a major role in your success today?
Yes and no. Yes, because your education had a lot of impact in what I do today. I mean, the education helped me to structure tailoring in such a way that it wasn't being done in this part of the world. You know, before now, tailoring, people that go into tailoring are people that they consider people that didn't do well in the school. And so they just push them, force them, let me say it that way, to go and learn the skill, even that was not their passion. But for me, education played a very important role. And I said no because my background is in science. I studied geology in school. And, you know, geology and fashion, they've got nothing, you know, they're not in tandem. So, yes, I had BSc in geology, and that's education in itself, not what I study, has helped to shape me and structure me to who I have become and what the company has become today.
Yes, great one. I want to ask you a very striking question. When you were starting Hub, do you see where you are today? Be honest. Be honest.
Okay, honestly, when I started, I just wanted to buy my soap, type my CV, and just have a little change in my pocket. It wasn't like I wanted to make a career out of it. Even the first 3 years of this journey, I still believe that, okay, I could still get a job in any of the oil and gas company. That was my aspiration. But today, it's far, far, far bigger than what I envisaged. You know, as we started the fashion business, we just discovered that every day you get discovering new things. As long as you can do things the way it's not been done. So let me show you an example. Look at this now. This is an order that someone came to pick. You can see. And these are we have people. He's my client. Can you say hello to them? Hello. Understand?
Hello.
So like we have over 200 people working with us. I didn't know. And then, you know, the kind of salaries we pay, we didn't envisage all these things happening. But I thank God today that, you know, it's a dream come true for me. And we can only get better. Like I was telling you earlier on that if you say we are the biggest in Africa, we are the biggest in Nigeria, I don't want to believe so because I know there is a place called Better, and that's where we're going to. And in the next coming year or so, we'll be launching new products. We're going to children wears, and we're going into even things more, you know, bigger than that what we are doing right now.
Okay. See, there's something amazing about you. You're very straightforward. You just said it. You didn't see it this big. But at what point did you realize that this could be a big business? At what point?
Come again?
At what point in your journey do you realize that this could be a big business?
Yeah, it was at that point that I realized that we could actually engage young graduates, and they will want to pick a career and believe in a dream, and then decide to throw whatsoever degree they have aside and then go into this journey with us. So it was at that point I believed that okay, something big can come out of this.
Wow, wow, wow. Now, at what point did you draw your strategy for growth?
Hello?
At what point did you draw your strategy for growth?
At what point did I do what?
Did you realize that you need to draw your strategy? You need to plan for this growth. Because for every growth, you need to have planned for it. At what point do you put yourself together and plan for this growth?
Okay, let me break it down this way. Now, every 5 years, I structure my plans for every 5 years. So the first 5 years was more like when we started. And at that point, we just decided to set targets, even though deep down inside me, I didn't see us achieving those targets. But after the first 5 years, I realized that, okay, these targets can be achievable. So at that point, we now knew that, okay, we can compete with the biggest brands in the world. And we can have structures and we can have business that can compete globally.
Wow.
That was after the first 5 years.
Wow. So you review your plan every 5 years and review what you've done and plan to grow much more than the previous year. Wow, that's amazing. I wish a lot of people are hearing this. Another thing I want to ask you, what are the things that Vodi are doing today? What are the things that Vodi are doing? What are the things that Vodi are doing as for today?
Come again.
What are the things that Vodi are doing today? What are the services that you are providing today?
Okay, right now today we apart from the tailoring service that everybody knows us with, we are into shoe production too. That's we produce shoes and then for the brand, and we are into training too. We train young people to become fashion designers, to become fashion entrepreneurs, and then we are into laundry and dry cleaning services. You can see I'm in the laundry department right now. You can see the machines. You can see people working. Come over. So we offer laundry services, and we are into female clothing now. Then we are into laundry and dry cleaning services. You can see I'm in the laundry department right now. You can see the machines. You can see people working. Come over. 1 year. So we offer laundry services.
Wow, that is amazing.
We are into female clothing now.
Exporting. How much?
Then we are into
right now.
laundry and dry cleaning services. You can see I'm in the laundry department right now. You can see the machine. You can see people working. 1 year. We offer laundry services.
Wow, that is amazing.
We are into female clothing now.
Exporting.
Then we are into
right now.
laundry and dry cleaning services. You can see I'm in the laundry department right now. You can see the machine.
Outside the country now. Can they release another?
Yes, from the time you order to the time of delivery is between 7 days and 10 days. Whether in the US
anywhere
or in the UK or Canada. Yes, all over the world.
Wow.
From the point of order is between 7 days to 10 days, and you get your orders. We partner with.
So if people want to order now, where is the link? Where is the link we can go to order now?
So they can check us up. They can check us up on Seyi Vodi. They can send us a DM on Seyi Vodi.
Okay.
Yes. So from there you can place your own order, and then we can take it up from there.
Wow. This is amazing. You are actually distributing African attire across the globe. This is amazing. Now, if somebody want to attend your training, do they have to pay?
Of course, yes, we run training for 3 months, for 6 months, you know, from the basics to intermediary. And then, yes, you have to pay. And then if you want to make inquiries on that, you can send us through the DM, our DM, and then we'll get back to you on that.
But is there a possibility that you employ some of these guys being trained?
Of course, we've done that before in the past. We have people who've trained that are part of the group today. Wow. Some of them have even reason to become managers in the group today.
Wow. That's amazing. That means you are creating resources and you are also taking out of the resources that you create. That's really amazing. That's really amazing. It's actually a sustainable strategy. So you cannot run out of looking for, because maybe you don't have people out there who have the kind of skill that you are looking for, because your production strategy is totally different. So you are training people to become entrepreneur in fashion, and also creating more manpower for yourself, for your company.
Yes, and some of them have gone to even become stakeholders. They've bought into the dream and they become part of the company.
Wow. Some of them have even become a stakeholder.
Yes.
That is amazing. So I'm looking at a lot of people are looking at you and admiring you. I remember when I posted the flyer where we put it on LinkedIn, I saw a lot of rush. I was wondering that, but this man, I thought he's an Instagram man. So I was really amazed, and a lot of people want to learn from you. As we're talking now, you have been live on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. What do you think people who want to go into fashion and want to be like you, or much more even better than you, what are the 3 strategies you give them?
Now, going to fashion in Nigeria and other parts of the world, there are 2 different things. Going to fashion in the UK and America and Nigeria, there are 2 different. So I'm going to tell you about going to fashion in Nigeria, basically because, you know, the system operates differently, and you know what I'm talking about. Now, you're talking about 3 strategies. First of all, I would like, you should have passion. You should have passion, because it's the passion that will take you, because you're going to be dealing with a whole lot of different set of people. You're going to be dealing with people at the back end and your customers in front. Then secondly, you must have what I would call integrity. Integrity is key, because you know, when you render service, if you're not careful, you keep disappointing people, and when disappointment continues like that, it becomes a problem to the business, becomes a challenge for the business. And then you have to part-time plan for growth.
Wow.
Part-time, you have to plan for growth. Otherwise, if you don't have plan for growth, from time to time, you become stuck. And once you become stuck, then you start going down, and then before you know it, you're out of business.
Great. A lot of people want to ask a question. Don't worry, we're almost done. I'm going to ask you the last question.
Some of my clients are you want to say hello to them?
Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you guys. You guys are doing an amazing thing. We're proud of you over here. Yeah,
you can see the outfit he's wearing. You can see the outfit is on him.
Wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. Great job. So, quick one. Is it possible? The last question before we open the. A lot of people want to ask a question. Is it possible to start a business from zero and use your own example?
Yes. Now let me give an example. I'm a living example of someone that started business from zero. Now, when I was a core member in 2001, the stipends that was given to me, that's the first alawi, that's how we call it, 3,600, which is less than $10 today, if I'm right?
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's what I use in starting, and then that's how I started growing the business. And you know, contrary to naysayers, a lot of people want to say, are you sure it's only fashion business he does? Are you sure that, you know, he doesn't do other things? Probably he front for politicians, or he's internet this and that. You know, a lot of people will say so many things. But I always say that Your business, if you approach it in a professional manner and you're disciplined and you can discipline when it comes discipline. When I mean discipline, I mean financial discipline. And from every resources you get, you put back into the business part time. Trust me, in 10 years, 15 years time, you will be like us. So it's a possibility that you can start from zero. I started from with less than $10, 3,600 naira, and this is where we are today.
That's amazing. I hope a lot of people will learn from you. So everybody can actually start from zero.
Very well.
Everybody can actually start from zero. That's really amazing. What is your initial marketing strategy? I don't want to talk of the recent one.
It was word of mouth, and it was very, very effective. You understand?
Okay,
very,
guys.
Very effective.
Okay. Thank you so much. Can you quickly show us around? Do you have anything you want to show, new design and anything before we open it for questioning?
Okay, Fumi will take you around to show you the new designs.
Hello,
Fumi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes, show us around. Let's see what you guys got over there.
So,
wow. I need to see the design clearer. Move the camera a bit closer. Yes. Okay.
Okay, can you see now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have anything like white? Do you have anything like white, black? You know what I'm
white.
Like white and black.
Let
me see one that I can pick over there.
White. This is the white.
With a simple design. Can I get a white with a simple design?
It got what's it called? A lace on the sleeve, and then you can see the details of the pockets.
Okay, can you package that? Can you package that and send to me?
Okay, sure.
Tell Seyi to package that for me and send to me.
Sure, consider it done, sir.
Okay, that's great. So let's get back to Seyi. We need to ask questions from the audience. They want to ask a lot. Thank you so much, Fumi.
Fumi has been a wonderful assistant for the past 12 years.
Wow, that's
been a
amazing.
Wonderful assistant,
So
wonderful
guys,
colleague.
send in your question. Send in your question on the question button. Send in your question. Mr. Seyi, we're definitely going to answer you now because we need to go. He's a very busy man. It's really tough bringing him down here. So you have to go quickly and ask your question. Then you have to tell us, we are thinking of investing. If you have investors, we'll talk about that later. Let's just answer all the questions. You have investors for you. How can we go about that? So let's ask their question. They are already bottling wood. Okay, somebody asked that if they want to buy, can they buy in bundle and get some kind of discount?
Yeah, very well. We do that a lot. We'll give you the price for bulk purchase. So it's about 50-60% of the normal price you pay if you're buying less. So we do that.
So they can actually buy in bulk and get discount. So you can contact him for that. Nobody asked now, how do you manage client that owes very big client that owes?
Now the question is, you cannot stop people from owing, especially in business like this, and and that's part of the growth because you need the big clients as well as the small clients. But in dealing with the big clients, you have to be very careful and very diplomatic so as not to cross the line. And if you have a structure and you have your accounting section, you have the follow-up section. So all these people can help you from time to time to remind them. And you just can't help it. Big clients will owe you, but you just have to devise an internal strategy on how to always get your money back. But
Okay,
you know,
that's good.
I want to believe that the person asking this question is still fresh in the business, not as experienced as we are. Like when I first started, we had this issue, but as you grow, as you have a setup, a proper setup, that reduces because it's just about someone coming in and then probably pay a deposit, and you make sure that whoever pays a deposit of nothing less than 50%. For us, it's 70%. But sometimes we still go ahead and make clothes for people we can trust without taking deposits. But you make sure that they don't pick the clothes without paying the balance. But should you agree to give them without paying the balance, then you should make sure that there are people that, you know, in record time they can pay.
Wow, wow. So I think you've answered it straight. It's basically make sure that you take a deposit before they pick the commission they pay. That even though you are going to give somebody on credit, you must have a track record. So that aside, somebody is asking that what is your major challenge growing up? What is your major challenge growing this business?
Tailors, workers, generally, you know, getting skilled labor in Nigeria is difficult. And having them to stay, keeping them for, because you keeping tailors, keeping workers in a fashion business is difficult. So this is one of the challenges I faced when I first started. And again, financing too is a problem. And then having access to state-of-the-art machines, equipment is a challenge. And then even sourcing for fabrics at some point was difficult. But over time, we're able to overcome that with time. You overcome it if you're really sincere in pursuing this dream.
That let's focus on the financial one. Are you able to manage your financial challenge?
Now, first of all, I said it starts from you as the business owner. And at no point should you be bigger than your business. The business should always be bigger than you. In terms of edifice, in terms of resources put into the business. That mindset from beginning, it will be easy for you to manage finances. You have to ensure that at every point in time, overhead is far less what you make. And you have to keep a particular from time to time, whether weekly, monthly, so that you can always put back. And you have to make sure you are growing. And if you are growing the business, because growth is very, very important. Because
that's amazing. That's amazing.
You start dying. And there is nothing like it's at equilibrium. At every to keep records of sales on daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. And you should make sure in terms of revenue generation is bigger than the month before.
Wow. Thank you. There's a lot of questions here. People ask a lot of questions. You can see it rolling. I cannot even. So I'll just try to see, pick one. We'll just keep you here, and you have a lot to do, man. I don't know why you have so many people that want to ask questions. Somebody asking that, do you pay your team per project payment? Then
now that we pay wages and we pay salary. Now for those in the graduates among them, because everybody in front there is a graduate here, salary. But for the tailors at the back end, we pay wage every Saturday.
Wow.
Now
is it based on what they do?
Let me give you. It's a little trick. Let me give you a little trick for the ones. Now this is it for tailors. They have when you pay on the Friday. You know, some of them they have people at home. Some of them are married, and some of them have parents. Some of them have what they call a job contribution. So now, once they naturally they want to come back on Monday fresh, working for the next week. And it has worked for us.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Of fashion business in these parts.
Wow.
And you make sure that you don't owe them.
Wow. This is amazing. Questioning, guys, if you want to talk to him, as long as you're going to buy his fabric, if you're going to buy the fabric, is trustly. So quick one. Amazing. I need to tell you one thing about me. I've been wearing Seyi Vodi for some time now, and I've been so I'm wearing one of his fabric. I'm wearing one of his man. See, I look very great. You can see, and a lot of people are asking that if they are you ready to take investor on board?
Yes, sure.
Are you open for
now,
investment?
Yeah, we are, because of the new project. Because at this point, we are at the point that we need to story building with a penthouse, and want to go all out, from fabric to buttons to accessories, and it's going to be like a tailoring hub, the first meter. And at this point in time, if the banks are not forthcoming, we have to look at individuals that are ready to be partners. So even before this interview, I had a meeting with some people too. So we're ready.
So guys, if you know you're looking for somebody that you can trust with your money and that will deliver, not only deliver, you will employ Africa. Great things that will bring the African, there you can contact him. So you've always been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So regards to your team, regards to everyone, and keep the great work.
Thank you for having me. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.